Hey guys, my name is Matimio, and today a new trailer has come out for Battlefield 4 that's given us a glimpse at what we can expect from the Dragon's Teeth DLC, but also from the last DLC in the series, or for the game, called Final Stand. There isn't a lot of information in this trailer. They've only given us a brief couple of clips here and there, but it does give us a glimpse as to what we can expect from the expansion packs. And so the first clip that we see here is, I'm assuming, from a map called Pearl Market. This looks like it's going to be a lot more close quarters. There's a lot of micro-destruction going on, and what it really reminds me of is Grand Bazaar from Battlefield 3. And because of this, and because of this nice micro-destruction happening, a lot of people are hoping that they're going to be bringing back more of the rubble kills, or rubble destruction in the game. Back in Battlefield 3, if you played on Grand Bazaar or Sand Crossing, some of the most popular maps back in the day, there was a lot of destruction on those maps. You shot an RPG at one of the walls, it was going to crumble to the ground, and if any enemies were below that, you would get a nice little instant kill. And it was a nice dynamic in the game. It was a nice dynamic destruction system that we currently don't have in Battlefield 4. And so I'm crossing my fingers, and I know a lot of other people are crossing their fingers that that will be maybe introduced in Pearl Market, or the Pearl Market map. And since it seems like, at least from what we've seen so far with this brief couple of clips here, that there is a lot of micro destruction, and so hopefully there'll also be more of this dynamic destruction as well. We also get our first glimpse at the Riot Shield in action. We get a nice little first-person view right here, and then it switches on over to two players working together, one down on the ground, kneeling with a Riot Shield, blocking bullets for his buddy, and then hopefully the buddy taking everyone out. I am very curious to learn how everything is going to play out with this device, because I know that some people are really excited to get their phalanx on Operation Metro and Operation Locker, but people are worried that this might be a little gimmicky. I'm crossing my fingers that it's not. I would love it if this added a nice tactical advantage if you use it correctly, if you and your buddies have maybe two support players with their Riot Shields in front of you, and then you're actually able to push up onto an objective and capture it, where you normally wouldn't have been able to do that. That would be awesome. If it brings that tactical gameplay, I'm 100% for it, but we'll just kind of have to wait and see. The next clip that we see here is pretty cool, and it's of a massive water tower exploding on a map that I believe is called Lumpini Gardens. And what's exciting about it isn't the fact that it exploded. Like, this is clearly a Levolution moment, but how is it going to influence the map? Because this is not a dam falling over. This is not the canals and flood zone breaking down and having massive amounts of water going into the city. Like, there just simply isn't enough water in a water tower to do something like that. So I'm curious to learn how this is actually going to influence the way that the map progresses. We do see really quickly a soldier swimming through some water, and so maybe a certain section of the map will only be influenced by the Levolution moment, or maybe there's already water in the gardens and the elevation of the water will increase, so there's less land for you to work on. There's a lot of possibilities, and I'm curious to learn how DICE is going to go about it. And actually, what I would really like is that it didn't influence the entire map, and it just maybe flooded one of the objectives. That would be cool too. So I cannot wait to see how this Levolution moment is all going to play out. There's also apparently a train on one of these maps, and I don't know what it's made of, but if it runs into your tank, apparently that tank is going to instantly explode. And so this might be an environmental hazard on, I think the map is called Propaganda. It looks like they're in North Korea, and Propaganda is basically bread and butter of North Korea. And so maybe it'll just be an environmental hazard where a train just rolls in every couple of minutes. It could be something like what we have in Gold Mud Railways, where maybe one of the objectives constantly is moving across the map depending on who holds that certain objective. But what we do know is that if you are in a tank and that thing rolls on through, you're gonna have a bad time. But where things get really interesting and a little weird is when we get our first glimpse at the last DLC for Battlefield 4 called Final Stand. And it's not the fact that we get a snow map that looks awesome, it looks massive. It's not the fact that it also looks like there's going to be some hovercrafts on this snow map, but it's this final clip of this drone flying through the air with a minigun shooting at things. And the first time I saw this, I was like, what the heck is this? I've never seen something like this in the military. And so my first gut reaction was that this must be confirmation of a future Battlefield title, like something set in the future, maybe like Battlefield 2143, because this looks like a futuristic device. It looks like something I've never seen in the real world. But apparently this has actually been developed. It's called a multiple kill vehicle, and it's designed to intercept ballistic missiles that have the capability of shooting multiple missiles and disarming them. So who knows how this is going to work in the game? I don't know if this is going to be something for the commander. Maybe this is going to be on one of the objectives and you'll be able to launch. I literally have no idea. And so if you guys have any inclination of how this multiple kill vehicle is going to work in Battlefield 4 for the final expansion pack, let me know down below, because I'm sure many people, me included, have absolutely no idea how this is actually going to affect gameplay or how it's all going to work out. And so overall, this was a fun little trailer. It wasn't very long and there wasn't a lot of clips here, but there was some nicey juicy tidbits of information. And so I'm excited for the next expansion pack. I know that some people are thinking that this might come out for premium members on June 3rd. This is all rumors, so don't take it as gospel. It could be completely false. But hopefully we'll be able to play on these maps and test out all the new Levolution moments here in the very, very near future. But that's about it for today's video, guys. I hope you enjoyed. Let me know what you thought of this trailer. Were you completely blown away by that crazy gadget for the final stand? Are you excited to play on all the new maps? Let me know down below. But until tomorrow, have a good one and take it easy.